Best way, that's certainly the best way to not only save yourself money, but watch more television more clearly is with this right here. Have you ever seen this? Do you know what this is? This is a high definition antenna. This is basically the 21st century answer to rabbit ears, except that this is receives information in 1080p, it's 4K ready, all this extraordinary television. All you do is plug this into your television. You don't pay a monthly fee. This is not a subscription base. I'll show you more about that in a minute, but I wanna show you what it can do right away. The box does such a good job explaining it to us. You can watch 94 of the top 100 shows, the most popular shows with no monthly charges. We all love cable, but the truth is you don't have to have a cable box in every single room. In your garage, in your bedroom, in your guest bedroom, in the kitchen, in the sewing room. You wanna get all of the great channels. Many of us don't realize all of the major channels, the ABCs and the NBCs and the Foxes and the CBSs and all of the local news and all of the local sports. And again, 94 of the top 100 shows on television are broadcast over the air for free. We just don't have a way to get that signal in our house. Well, that's where this does. For the first time, we have the largest, most powerful Mohu ever. Again, 4K ready, 1080p, ultra high definition. This, oh wait, and I just wanna show you this. So you see on the box here, average yearly savings of $1,200. That's how much you can save by not using the cord, by not having a subscription in every room. This is the largest, as you can, it's still paper thin, but it receives more signals, it receives better signals from further away, Adam, because of its size. So welcome to the Mohu Leaf 65.
I worked with our wonderful team members to bring this in for tonight, because you know, we've often done Mohu bundled with other things, and a lot of you had said, I just want my free TV. I just want my free TV, I want my local channels, my news, my sports. I don't want to have to pay the big bucks anymore. And I want to thank them for doing it, because they did. They went to town with the best price anywhere on this. Aaron just took you through it really very well. And just to reiterate, and I just asked on Facebook, on our Facebook live stream, how much your cable bill is. If you are saying, enough's enough, I want to cut it down, I want to change the way things are working, I want to save some money, you're not alone. There's whispers now. People are talking about it. Friends and family members are saying, yeah, I want to cut down my bill as well. How do I do it? We all want to do it, but we don't know how to do it effectively. And Aaron, that's why this tonight is, for many of us, a big deal, because this is the answer.
And I want to show you how this works, because it is incredibly simple. And even before I show you how it works, I also want to say this comes with a service and support number. There is no expiration to that. Setting it up is the simplest thing in the world. But thank you guys so much for showing this. This is US-based customer service. So you're calling right in the US. In fact, I was just talking to a fella, Mike from Mohu, and he was saying the customer service representatives literally sit in the same room as the PhD CEO of the company, you know, who basically is the antenna builder, if you will. So you get your questions answered really simply, really easily. Before I tell you about the extra technology, let me show you how easy it is to set up. I'm just gonna grab this cable. So, could you hold this for me?
Of course I can for you, sir.
Can I just set that up, guys? Lots of stuff I want to show you all. So this is what comes along with the Mohu. This is a 16-foot coaxial cable. So just like you plug in your cable, right? And that's essentially what this brings you, all these channels. So you plug this into the back of your television, okay? Or actually either into the back of your television, and then you screw this in. This is your amplifier, and this is what changes everything. I'll talk about this in a sec. This is the Jolt amplifier that lifts the signals. It makes the signals better even if you're far away. If you've tried another antenna and haven't gotten great, clear, high definition signals, you wait. You can be 65 miles away, and this also does something called RF filtering, which filters out Wi-Fi signals and filters out phone, cell signals. So that you get better quality, specifically on your television signals. Anyway, and then what you do, you screw this in to basically into the antenna. So one end into the, sorry, this end goes into the antenna, this end goes into your television, and then this goes into either a USB port on your television. Almost all of our TVs have a USB port.
Indeed they do.
Because this is called a powered antenna, and that's very important. It makes it incredibly more powerful than most antennas. Or if you don't, for some reason, have a USB port on your TV, you can plug this into an adapter on the wall. So as long as it's powered, you now have a powered and amplified 65-mile range antenna. I'll take these back.
No, I'm getting quite used to them now. I'm quite fond of them, Aaron.
Those are mine. Oh yeah,
so
you put this anywhere.
Here?
Yeah, yeah. So this is great. This is an example of where you put your antenna. You see how thin it is and how easy it is to mount. So a couple of things about this. It's black on one side, it's white on the other. I'll show you that. You can paint over this if you want. This was originally designed as military grade technology, which I think is a super duper interesting thing about it. It's one of the reasons that it works so beautifully. We recommend putting it as high as you can, as close to a window as you can, but the truth is it's multi-directional, so it doesn't have to be pointing exactly at a tower. That's one of the really nice things about this. And once you set it up, like in my house, I get 66 different channels. I get ABC, NBC, CBS, I get HSN, I get QVC, I get, in fact, you can see right here, we have a little bit over 66 channels.
Is this how it would appear?
This is exactly, yeah. So when you go to your menu, it will actually show you what's on and what's playing. These are all channels that we're getting right now through our antenna.
I want to tell you a couple things because I can kind of see through the camera that your mind is kind of swirling with the ideas and should you do it or should you not do it. There's a lot of us that are not sure about maybe reducing the number of cable boxes in our home, about cutting down on how much we're spending. We want to do it, we'd like the idea of doing it, but we're not sure. I want to tell you why today is a great day to do it. For the final 1,500 customers that can order, it is the only presentation of the Mohu. This is what I asked for them to do, is bring in the most powerful, because I wanted it to bring in as many channels to your home as possible. This has the biggest radius, so it's working at its maximum performance, okay? If you would like to experience life without what we've traditionally had, when you buy it today, you have a 4-month return policy. Now let's just kind of elaborate there. We can plug this in. I see Aaron's.
It's October 1st.
It's like a eureka moment with Aaron now as well.
We do this once a year. Today is the longest day of the whole year. That's right.
If you buy this because you want to experience it, well, will it be right for you? Will you get all the channels that you want? How much could you save? We'll send it to you, and then you can enjoy this throughout October and November and December and January. Now, if by January 31st you say, no, it's not for me, I want to keep all my traditional cable boxes as they are, I'm just going to keep things as I had them, you can send this back and get a refund of your purchase price. So now you've got nothing to lose. It's like taking it for a 4-month test drive, which is brilliant. And I think for many of us who have grown up having traditional channels delivered in the traditional way, it is a big, big decision for us. Will we like it? Won't we like it? Well, now we can try it without any risk at all. This is the leading company in America who are delivering this type of system. This is the company that's pioneered so much of the technology. Our producer, Catherine, just told me with everyone on the phone, we're now under 1,000. I do wish we had more, because I know that there's a lot of us at home who have been thinking about this for a long, long time. I did it a while ago now, and I wouldn't look back. The number of people that I spoke to my next door neighbor, Ron, a little while ago, and he was very hesitant to do it, very hesitant. His wife, Nini, was not. When I convinced them to do it, they were like, well, I wish I'd have done it 2 years ago. So that's the reason to buy it tonight. When Aaron explains how easy it is to install, it's 5 minutes, and there is a customer service phone line to take you through it. That's it. I mean, I promise you there's no difficulty or awkwardness about it. So Aaron, they're telling me it's only going to last a few more minutes. Okay. What else do I need to know?
Couple more minutes quick then. How do you set it up? Let's start there again. There's a cable that comes with it. It's a coaxial cable. You screw it into the end. So kind of down here, there's you'll see, there's only one place you could put it. You screw it in there, and then you screw in your amplifier, and that goes into your television. Right. And there's only one, plug or cable on your television where you'd be able to see that. And in fact, you can see it right here. So there's the coaxial cable goes into your amplifier, and then you plug that into either the USB port on your TV, or if you have a USB AC adapter, you can do that as well. Works with your existing television. So what does this mean? It means now you get all of these sports channels and all of these news channels, all of your local weather, and you might be saying, well, I didn't even know those things were broadcast. Right. I thought I had to buy those, you know, through a cable subscription. No, the truth is, it's the law. That's kind of the crazy thing is, you know, this is mandated so that wire television signals broadcast. Well, because in emergency situations, when the cable's out, you know, if you have a generator, you're still getting all of the news, all the information that you need to get. Free. That's one thing, and that's just it. There is yes, it is free. There is no monthly payment to it. So setting it up is incredibly simple. My mom actually this week, it just shipped this week. She just got an antenna. She'd been thinking about it for a long time. She'd been watching my presentations, and she called one day when I got off the air and said, should I get one of these? I said, well, yeah, of course you should. A lot of us are just starting to do this. I was talking to Lou Caputo. We were over here in our little coffee lounge between some of Adam's products. Lou has one at his home now. Why not? One of the nice things about this, because it's multi-directional, with some of the antennas, you have to kind of take them down, try them in a new direction, make sure they're pointing exactly towards wherever the towers in your area are. That's not true with this. This goes on the wall. How does it go on the wall? You can mount it in many different ways, but this is really simple. Anybody can do this. There's no tools necessary. There's these little bitty holes, one in the top right and one in the top left, and we include push pins. So you can just pin it right into the wall, you know, super duper thin little pins. You can do that. We recommend doing it near a window if you can, and as high as possible and away from metal. Those are all good tips that I can offer you. And then if you want to paint it, it's white on one side, it's black on the other, so whatever matches best for you. Or if you want to paint it to match a wall, it does not have to go on glass like you see there. It's great if you can put it there, but certainly doesn't have to be. Near a window is best. And if you have any questions when you're setting it up, in fact, our director, Chris, who's a good friend of mine, a good friend of Adam's, was just telling me that he bought his, and he had some questions when he first set it up. He called, he's in right now. Yeah, thanks for telling my story. Thank you, Chris, for telling me your story. Called the folks at Mohu. They really are great. They're based right here in the U.S.
They've heard it all before.
They know all the answers. You know, they hear the same 5 questions over and over again, and they know the exact quick,
and I will tell
answers.
You, it will take a few. Like as you watch this now, I know your mind's racing. It's like, well, I don't know. Should I do it? We need to start with the installation. Is seconds. I mean, it's when you see the diagram, it all feels like, because it's unfamiliar territory to us. They've made it as easy peasy lemon squeezy as it could be. But you know, we just had a message from Roz saying, well, how much is it every month? It's free. It's free.
Yeah, to be clear, it's free.
There's no charge. There's no fees. You must understand, if you are at home and you just received your bill for $100, $70, whatever it is, and you're saying, I don't know, I want to change that. I've heard all these people talking about reducing their cable costs. How do I do it? I get that message week in, week out on Facebook from people. The Mohu company are leading the way in this revolution. This is their most powerful device that normally retails at $140 or so. For one day only, they brought it in for the Monday night show at $69. They put it on the 5 Flex pay because everything's on 5 Flex. And of course, we have free shipping and handling. There's fewer now than 400 with everybody currently in the ordering process. And sadly, there are no advanced orders or extended deliveries. I will ask them to do this again for me, probably, well, hopefully early next year, because I think it's solving a problem. A lot of people want to try it. Just remember, when I do bring it back in January, it won't have that return policy. If you order it in the next 5 minutes, you can experience life without the big costs of the regular cable bill for 4 months. Because right now, you've got all of October, all of November, all of December, and all of January with our extended return policy. That's just peace of mind. It means we can try it and experience it. Aaron, we just got a question about the experience again in terms of on screen.
Oh yeah, let's take a look.
It looks beautiful, like you will not miss the way your cable looked.
You're right, and there's this little guide that walks you through setting it up. One of the last things you do is you kind of go to your menu and you tell it what input this is using. So it's usually using it'll say your coaxial or your over-the-air input, and then it shows up as a menu, depending on how your television displays menus, but it shows up beautifully as though you're watching, you know, a paid service every month. And you know, often when you have a paid service, it's gonna show up like this. It's gonna say HSN, what's on right now? The Monday Night Show. If we wanna watch the Monday Night Show, we're gonna hop right in there, and we're gonna watch that, and that's us watching the Monday Night Show without paying a penny. And that is one of, as again, I don't know if the Monday Night Show is one of the top 100 shows in the country or not.
Well, you know it, Aaron.
But I can tell you, and it says it right on the box, and we're gonna look at the box again in a minute. 94, now let me grab the box here so you guys can have a better look. 94 of the top 100 shows in the country, watch 94 of the top 100 shows using the Mohu. And in fact, while we take a look at the box, we're gonna pop up over on this side. I wanna go through all the features for you, because there are a couple technical things for those of you who are techies like me that you might wanna know about. This is access to free live TV shows, local news, sports, 94 out of the 100 most popular shows in the country. You can also see down here, it says save about $1,200 per year, which is pretty extraordinary. Up to 4K ultra high definition TV. It has, can we go back just one, guys? I didn't quite get through the first one. So up to 4K high definition television, 1080p, as you saw, free live television shows. Thank you. 65-mile range.
That's the biggest of any.
By far. It's the largest range we've ever done in Mohu. Multi-directional, so you don't have to try to point it every different way. It doesn't really matter, quite frankly. Just try to get it near a window. Cable box replacement in spare rooms. That's one of the ways you can use this. A lot of times you have to have a cable box in all of your rooms to have cable. You don't have to do that anymore at all. Moving to the next one, the next feature still here real quickly. This is amplified by Jolt. I mentioned that earlier. It has this amplifying technology that pulls out the signals and makes them clearer on your channel. It also filters out Wi-Fi, and it filters out the cellular, 3G and 4G as well.
Because we're about to sell out, I just want to throw a few questions at you, please sir. Sandy's asking, can I use this in a mobile home? Just wondering because it's metal.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great question. Yes, I would absolutely try. I would get it as close to the window as possible. I would say most people will have no trouble using this in an RV at all. If you do, of course, you've got 4 months to send it back.
So if it's not right, you have till the end of January to return it for a refund.
But lots of people use this in an RV.
Thomas wants to know how long the cord is.
Oh, that's great. The coaxial cable that we include is 16 feet long.
Oh, great.
It's long. Yeah, it's about twice as long as most of the others I've seen.
I appreciate you being here with this.
Thanks.
Because so many people want to do this, and they don't know how to do it.
It's an easy way to save a lot of money.
You just got to get over the scariness
and you're not
of it,
sacrificing.
Right.
It's one thing when you save money and there's a big sacrifice involved. Most of us don't watch all 94 of the top 100 shows, you know, and most of us can receive about that many. Now, I will say every area, depending on where you live, differs a little bit on what channels you receive and what channels you don't receive. In general, people are surprised at how, you know, I thought I might get about 30. Where I live, I get a little over 60 channels. Here at HSN, we get 66 channels when we use the Mohu here.
And look, I mean, it's beautifully done.
Beautifully done. Beautifully laid out.
It's a brilliant product, and I do want to thank Mohu for doing this. They gave us the best price anywhere in the country. I want to thank HSN's it's such talented team members here who agreed to do free shipping and 5 flex pay. Aaron, final words before we kind of wrap this up?
Yeah, to your point, I would say don't be scared to try it. If you're tempted to try it, if you like the idea of saving money, but still really enjoying your entertainment, you know, sort of on your schedule when you want. My folks are 76. They are, you know, the Silver Surfer generation. They are trying it out, and apparently a lot of you guys are tonight as well.
A pin for you, my friend.
A pin for me.
A Monday Night Show sellout pin, Mr.
Pretty
Aaron
cool.
Berger. So